All right. So we'll get started seated on our mat today. And we'll get started seated in our Dandasana staff pose. And this is just a fair warning for my own physical activity and my own workout routine. If you're anything like me this week, my hamstrings and my glutes and my quads, actually just my legs in general, are just super, super tight. So it would behoove you to listen to my words and not as much my body today because I'm just super, super tight. But we'll take a few grounding breaths here in our Dandasana. Feel free to remove the flesh away from your sits bones just a little bit so you can get that extra grounding. The legs are extended out straight in front of you, toes flex back towards your nose. Elbows are nice and soft, hugging and framing the torso, palms down, right onto the outside of the hips. Elbows are facing back though. Get nice and tall through the spine, grounding through the tailbone, keeping that chin nice and parallel to the earth. And taking a few breaths from here. Option to just wiggle the toes a little bit. I'm going to turn this down just a smidge. And I'll be reading a passage today from the Daily Stoic. And it is as follows. There is no prize for having read the most books before you die. Even if you were the most dedicated reader in the world, a book a day even, your collection would probably never be bigger than a small branch library. You'll never even come close to matching what's stored in the servers at Google Books or keeping up with the hundreds of thousands of new titles published on Amazon each year. What if, when it came to your reading and learning, you prioritized quality over quantity? What if you read the few great books deeply instead of skimming all the new books? Your shelves might be emptier, but your brain and your life would be fuller. If the eyes are not already closed, go ahead and flutter them closed. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale to that. Today, we are working with quality over quantity. So the true origin of asana practice is really to prepare the physical body so that it can withstand the rigor of meditating or seated meditation, right? So the muscles and the joints and the bones aren't atrophied when we sit for long periods of time in meditation. And although that's what we do every single time we get on the mat, today we're putting a special emphasis on that. Swami Rama says that meditation does what nothing else can do, and that's introduce you to yourself. So that is what we're going to be focusing on today: quality, not quantity. So when we get into our asanas, when we're getting into our stretches and getting into our poses, I really want to think about getting into the depth of each pose, the depth of each shape, and not necessarily worried about like, how far can I bend over, but how deeply can I experience this stretch? How deeply can I experience this shape? So quality over quantity is what we're working on today. So go ahead and shake it out, shake those legs out, and grounding back through the sits bones. We're going to bring the left sole into the right thigh, keeping that right foot still flexed to our Janu Sirsasana. We're going to inhale the arms up to frame the ears. Exhale, relax the shoulders down the back. Inhale, create length through the side body. Exhale, go ahead and melt over, leading with the heart space. So from here, we're not going straight here, right? We're not rounding at the top of the back. We're extending up through the side body and melting over, leading from the lower back. So wherever you feel like you're going to round, you can find a pause there, and that is the happy place of your stretch. We want to keep our backs as flat as we possibly can to really get into that stretch. So here in our Sukasana, we're stretching out that lumbar spine, we're stretching out the glutes and the hammies. And you may notice that if you're somebody that has tight hips or a tight lower back, both areas are areas of growth for you, right? So if your hips are tight, your lower back may be tight and vice versa. One more full breath here, keeping those toes flexed to really get that back side body stretch. And slowly begin to inhale it on up. We're going to do that 2 more times so that we can really explore. Inhale, arms up, create length. Exhale, fold forward. Sending the air straight to those glutes. Imagine inhaling the back or inhaling the air down the back, massaging the lumbar spine into the hips, into those glutes, down those hammies, into the calf muscles. Every inhale, grow tall. Every exhale, sink a little bit deeper. And slowly roll it on up. We're going to do that just 1 more time. Inhale, grow long, shoulders plugged in. Exhale, fold forward. Wherever your palms fall is where they fall. 2 more full breaths here. Slowly walk it on up. Find your Dandasana staff pose. Both legs extended, both toes flexed. Inhale, create length through the spine. Exhale, glue the tailbone down. 1 more breath. And whenever you're ready, slowly bring that right sole into the left thigh. Sukasana on the other side. Inhale, arms frame the ears. Exhale, root down through the tailbone. Shoulders relax. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, melt it forward. You may notice that one side is a little bit tighter than the other. For me, I think my left side's a little tighter. So just take a moment to explore that. Breathe into what that feels like in your very own body. 2 more breaths here. Every inhale, think about growing long through the side of the body. Every exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Think of your body like a rubber band. Slowly roll it on up. 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Really allowing your heart to melt down toward those quads, toward that knee. Once more, fold it over to your Sukasana. Breathe into the areas where any sensations may be present. And roll it on up. Extend both legs out, our Dandasana, for 3 more full breaths, taking a full body scan. Inhale through the nose, down to those hips, from those hips into the soles of the feet. To take a full body scan, you can do this with your eyes open or your eyes closed. Slowly begin to bring the feet in toward one another so that we can come to our Sukasana easy seat. Place the palms on the knees, sitting up nice and tall through the tailbone, taking note of what the body feels like. We've stretched out the legs, we've elongated the sides of the body and the lower back. Palms face down as we take 10 full breaths here in our Sukasana with the eyes closed to take our grounding a little bit deeper. 10 full breaths. Taking note that a properly formed and properly executed and safely executed physical posture does for the body what focusing on an object and concentrating on an object does for the mind. Either way, it puts us closer and closer to a meditative state as we prepare for that end goal of meditation. Notice how freely the air travels in and out when the spine gets nice and long and is rooted through the tailbone. Take this time to set your intention for your practice today. Where can you apply quality over quantity in your life, in your practice, both on and off the mat. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Breathing into that space that's holding your intention. One more full breath in through the nose, out through the mouth with a soft sigh. Flutter the eyes open, plant the palms right in front of you. Actually, go ahead and stretch them out, get a nice lower back stretch. Spread the fingertips wide, press the knuckles and the fingertips into the mat. Bring your navel to your spine and pull yourself up to a tabletop. And we'll take a few cat-cows. Take as many as you need. Inhale to cow, exhale to cat. Really exaggerating the shape of the spine. Getting that nice front body stretch. We'll hold our next cat for 2 full breaths to get a nice counter stretch from the forward folding that we did in our Dandasana and our downward Sukasana. Find your cat. 2 more rounds. Go ahead and tuck the toes. Shoot your hips up and back for your first downward dog of the day. Adho Mukha Shavasana. Pedal it out. Walk your dog. Check your form by shifting your hips forward into a plank if you need to. Really press the butts of your palms into the mat, the fingertips and the knuckles. Spread the fingers as wide as you can so that your palms won't slide. If you're anything like me, your palms are prone to slide, so you really have to get that Hasta Bandha going. Find stillness. Encourage those heels down to the mat. Encourage that tailbone up to the sky. A nice inverted V shape here. 2 more full breaths just like that. Getting that familiar back body stretch. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Inhale up to your tippy toes and slowly walk your feet forward. Forward fold. Inhale up halfway to your flat back. Hold it for 1 full inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Rotate the wrist, wiggle the fingers. Heavy in the head, yes, no. And slowly roll it on up. Find your Tadasana. Roll the shoulders, roll the head, do whatever you need to do, whatever feels nice in this moment. You know what your body needs. Your body knows what your body needs. Just take a few moments to listen to it without the sound of my voice. Do whatever feels nice. Two more full breaths to explore the body. So from here, feet are about hips width distance apart. We're going to take a nice step back. Not a giant step back, but a nice step back with our right foot, keeping the right toes pointed toward the short edge of the mat. So left toes and right toes are pointing in the same direction. So our legs kind of look like scissors. From here, take note of my body here, right? Take a note of the arching here that you see in my lower back, the lumbar spine, yes? And notice how the glutes get tucked down and forward. So this is that same engagement that we want to get. And a lot of the postures that I talk about, when you hear me say scoop the hips like an ice cream scooper, that is that, right? So that we can get our backs as flat as we possibly can as we prepare for our pyramid. So meet me here, pressing down through the heels of the left and the right foot. We're going to inhale the arms up to frame the ears and hold it. Notice that when you get your arms to frame the ears, especially if your triceps are back in line with your ears, your back may want to arch. Keep that engagement of the core, suck the core in, tuck the tailbone down and forward. Pressing into the heels of both feet, don't lock out through the knees, right? We don't want to be here because then we're going to be in our knee joints. We want to keep the knees pretty soft, legs straight, but knees soft, so we can protect our joints. From here, we're going to inhale, create length through the torso. Exhale, hinge at the hips, shooting the tailbone backward, flat back. From our flat back, inhale, imagine reaching forward with the arms. Exhale, melt it over. Be heavy in the head. If you feel like you're wobbling or shaking, Really squeeze the glutes, engage the glutes, bring your navel to your spine for our pyramid. If this is still a little shaky for you, just step that right foot back in just a little bit, readjust, inhale up, exhale down. We'll be here for 5 full breaths, being really heavy. Option to grab opposite elbows here. The fingertips do not have to touch the floor. If you have blocks, you can use your blocks on their shortest or their second setting, or even a pillow. Slowing the heart rate down. The hips are pointing in the same direction as the toes. Really get heavy in the head so you can get that nice stretch in the lumbar spine. Pressing into the heels. Slowly come up, engage in that core, and step your right foot up. Shake it out. Shake it out. Take a few breaths. I'm coming to check on you guys, seeing if you need any help. Okay, awesome. From here, we're going to take it on the other side. Shift the weight to the right foot. Take a step back with the left. Both toes facing the short edge of your mat. Tuck down through the tailbone and through the core. Soften the knees, legs straight. Inhale the arms up to frame the ears. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Inhale up, exhale, hinge forward, melt it over, heart space toward the thighs. Take a nice inhale. Imagine growing toward the toes with the head. Exhale, heart to thigh. 5 full breaths. Really allow the exhale to melt you down. Breathe in the back of the leg. Imagine your breath wrapping around the quad muscles, the hamstrings, down toward your ankles. Keeping that core engaged. Slowly roll it on up. Step your left foot up to the right, pedal it out. We're going to explore that once more. That was just an introduction. And we'll take it on the right first. We're going to step back once more with the right foot. Do what you need to do with the hips, tailbone down and forward, core engaged. Inhale the arms up to frame the ears. Exhale, forward fold. 3 full breaths this time. Let them be full, let them be deep. How can you engage into this posture a little bit more so that we're getting more quality? Slowly put a bend in that left knee. Frame that left foot with the palms. Step back your right foot so you can find your low lunge. Right palm into the mat. Left palm opens up to the side. Low lunge twist. We're getting a nice counter twist for those adductor muscles, for that outer glute. Relax that left shoulder away from the ear. 2 more breaths. Stacking that left shoulder right on top of the right. Exhale, left palm comes down to the left pinky toe. Step it forward. Inhale up, halfway flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press the feet, roll it on up. Arms frame the ears at the top of your Tadasana. Go ahead and step it back with the left foot as we prepare for our pyramid pose. Tuck the tailbone, core in, inhale tall, exhale, melt it over, hips go back. Head is heavy. Exhale, melt your heart down toward that right knee and right thigh. 2 more full breaths. Navel to spine, slowly bend that right knee. Palms come down, step the left foot back, left palm engage into the earth, right palm up to the sky. That right shoulder is in one line with the left shoulder. It's like one long arm from here all the way down to the mat. Don't let that right knee sink in. We kind of want to push it outward. One more breath. Exhale, right palm on the outside of the right foot. Press into the palm, step your right foot back for a plank, and we'll hold it for 10, 9, 8. Those hips are still tucked down and under, but the hips and shoulders are in one straight line. 4, 3, 2, slowly lower the knees down, bring the big toes to touch, the knees the width of the mat, wide leg Balasana, shoot the hips back, arms straight, elbows lifted off the mat. Drop the forehead, crawl the fingertips forward toward the short edge of the mat, but keep the shoulders plugged into the pockets. We're really elongating and stretching out those side bodies today. Keeping the torso melting down between the knees, slowly curl the fingertips over to the right, anchoring down through the left hip, melting that right heart space down and the left heart space down equally. Two breaths here. I'm checking on you guys here in the chat. Amazing. And then slowly walk the fingertips over to the other side. You may notice that right shoulder kind of wants to peel upward. Go ahead and press it back down. Anchor down through that right hip. Slowly walk the fingertips over, back into the center. Remember your intention. Allow your tailbone to melt down on your next exhales. One more full breath. Get your hand lock going, pressing and spreading the fingertips into the mat. Pull yourself up your tabletop. Tuck the toes, hips go up and back for down dog. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Pedal it out if you need to. Shooting those heels down. Bringing your awareness and your intention to the heels. Keep them pressed down, especially that left one, as we begin to lift that right heel off the mat for our three-legged dog. Really getting that right heel high up to the sky. And then bending that knee, opening up that hip, really getting a nice stretch in the front side body. One more full breath. Ooh, close that hip off, swing it forward, pull it up to a high crescent lunge, pressing through that heel on the right foot. One nice inhale, exhale out through the mouth. One more breath just like that. Take a nice look up at the fingertips. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, shoot the tailbone forward. Find a mini back bend. Exhale, forward. Step it back with the right foot. Go through your flow, either dropping the knees or going to a full chaturanga. We'll meet in a downward dog. Pedal it out, shake the head. Still warming the body up a bit. Heels go down. Inhale, left leg up and back, three-legged dog. You can point that toe or flex that too. Then open that hip up. 2 full breaths. Close the hip, find your high crescent lunge. 2 breaths here in high crescent lunge. After your 2 full breaths, find a mini back bend. Go through your flow. We'll meet in downward dog. Pedal it out. Inhale up to your tippy toes, bend the knees, and take a nice jump halfway up to your heels, or the heels of your feet rather. And then we'll have to walk our feet up to our hands from there. Staying in a forward fold, grab opposite elbow, sway left, sway right. Press into the heels as we slowly roll up, keeping those elbows held. Let them come overhead. Pressing down through the soles of the feet. Inhale, pull those elbows up toward the ceiling, keeping those shoulders plugged in. Navel to spine, glutes and legs engaged. Exhale, release the elbows, press the air down. Clasp the fingertips behind the back. Make a fist, punch the air. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips, flat back. Forward fold, let the fist come over your head. A nice 5 full breaths here. We'll open up the shoulders, opening up the heart. Heavy in the head. Weight evenly distributed across the feet. Slowly bend the knees, lowering the tailbone. Let that fist come down toward the tailbone. Unclasp the fingertips. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Come stand up to your Tadasana. Palms come down to Anjali Mudra. Close the eyes. Feel the body. Remember your intention. Feel the touch of the air as it enters the nostrils cool and exits the nostrils warm. Listening to the beat of the heart. Finding a few moments of stillness. We're really going to work on opening up those hammies today, keeping the palms exactly where they are in Anjali Mudra, hinging at the hips, leading with the crown of the head, nice soft knees, fall forward. Let the palms touch the shins. Really shoot out through the tailbone and the crown of the head at the same time to create length through the back of the body. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, plant the palms, step it back. Go through your flow. Find your up dog or your high cobra. We'll meet in downward dog. Shake it out. Inhale in through the nose, exhale out with a sigh. We'll do 2 more breaths just like that here in our Adho Mukha Shavasana. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale the knee into the chest. Inhale it up to your high crescent lunge. Wiggle the fingers, rotate the wrist, relax the shoulders, pivot down on the heel of that left foot, turning the left toes toward the left side of the mat. Open it up to Warrior 2. Here in our Warrior 2, we want our heel in line with the arch of our back foot. We want our hips and our collarbones facing the left side of the room. So anytime we're in Warrior 2, our heart space and our hips are facing the same direction that our back foot is facing. A nice 90-degree bend, knee over ankle, arms stretched out. It's like one big arm from left fingers to right fingers. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale, so a little bit deeper into your Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Next, exhale, cartwheel the arms down to frame that right foot. Step back, go through your flow. We'll meet in downward dog and take this on the other side. One full breath in downward dog. Inhale it up on the left side. High lunge. Find your Warrior 1. Check your alignment. Really anchoring down, do the pinky toe side of that back foot. On this side, it's your right foot. Is going to help you keep stable. Still with that tailbone, I'll show you on this side since you can see my hip bones, tucking that tailbone down and under, hips down and under, core in, will really give you that stability. Let your exhale take your center of gravity a little bit lower, inch by inch, or even centimeter by centimeter every breath. Looking over your front fingertips. One more breath here, just so that the body can kind of get in its groove. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down to frame the left foot, step back, and we'll meet in a wide leg child's pose. We'll be here for a few full breaths. So if you have any questions, you want to hop out of your Balasana after 2 or 3 breaths, feel free. You can hit me in the chat. If not, stay in your Balasana. Take your time. Reconnect to your intention. Reconnect to your breath. Feel the side bodies expand and fall on every inhale. And take this time as additional grounding. I'm popping out to check on you guys. A few more full breaths. Let this next inhale be the biggest inhale you've taken all day. Feel the back rise, feel the bellies expand. Suck in all the air that you can, hold it at the top. And just when you're full, take in just a little bit more air. Exhale it out, fog up the mat in front of you. We'll meet in downward dog. We'll take it one breath, one movement. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, right foot between the palms. Inhale it up to your high crescent lunge. Exhale, open it up to warrior 2. We'll meet right here. Really taking up all the space you can with your arms. We're gonna slowly melt forward with the right fingertips in the torso. So we're gonna reach over like we're trying to tap the person to the right of us, like so. And feeling this nice stretch in the left side body. From here, we're gonna bend at the elbow and place our right forearm on the right thigh. Let that left arm come up. Again, an extension of the right shoulder is the left shoulder. One straight line, keeping a nice shelf with the 90-degree bend in that right thigh. 2 more full breaths. Let your next inhale sweep you back up through warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Go through your flow. We'll meet in downward dog, or skip your flow and meet me in downward dog. One breath, one movement. My hands are just slapping like crazy today. I don't know why. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, knee in. Inhale up, crescent lunge, high lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Tip that torso forward, getting that nice side body stretch. Bend the elbow, elbow to thigh. In our modified side angle. This is a nice stretch that will feel it all the way from that pinky toe, up that hip, up that glute, side body, the lateral muscles, up. One more full breath here. Inhale back up to warrior 2. Cartwheel the arms down. Downward dog. Yes, no. Breathe. As we continue to build our flow, stay connected to breath, stay connected to intention, and stay connected to quality. One more full breath in our downward dog. We'll take it one breath, one movement all the way through our modified side angle. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, knee in between the palms. Inhale up to your crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, create length. Exhale, modified side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Step it back. Exhale, down. Inhale, upward dog or high cobra. Tuck the toes, hips go up and back, downward dog. We'll take it on the other side. Inhale the leg up, downward, three-legged dog. High crescent lunge. One breath here. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Go straight to downward dog. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, plank. Slowly lower the body down, one straight line. Untuck the toes. Press the hips up or press the hips down. Push your chest up to high cobra. Getting that nice stretch, one full breath. Exhale, melt down, tuck the toes. Balasana, wide leg, child's pose. We're moving a little bit quicker today than we do some Mondays. Getting that heart rate up. Not sacrificing form for speed, but staying tapped into and engaged into that quality. 4 full yummy breaths here. Full inhales and full exhales. Give it sound if you need to. You're in your space. This is your mat. This is your practice. Plant the palms. Slowly come up to your tabletop. Wag your tail just a little bit, left and right. Take your time getting to your downward dog. Checking your form, I'm checking mine. And we're gonna take our sequence, one breath, one movement. Take a look up at your screen if you need some assistance, as I will go through it with you on one side whenever you're ready. Three-legged dog, high crescent lunge, warrior two, modified side angle, warrior two, cartwheel the arms, go through your flow. We'll meet in downward dog. Let your breath come in through the nose. Exhale out with a deep sigh through the mouth. Make it loud, make it ugly, make it whatever it needs to be without judgment. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale that right leg up and back. You know the drill. We'll meet here in our modified side angle. With those right fingers up to the sky, slowly guide that right arm over, or the left arm rather, over the left ear. One full breath here. Bring the left fingertips back up to the sky. Inhale back up to warrior two. From here, we're gonna straighten that right leg. Make any adjustments that you need to. Tuck that tailbone down and forward. Our hips and our heart are both facing the left side of the mat. Arms are nice and long, taking up space. We're gonna kick that left hip back toward the left short edge of the mat as we tip forward like a little teapot. Again, keeping those knee joints soft, legs are straight. Kick that hip back, torso goes forward toward the right, and slowly begin to pour your tea. Right fingertips down, left fingertips up. We're getting this nice stretch in the left side of the body, but the hips remain toward the left side of the mat. We don't want the left hips turning downward. We don't want them turning back. We want to keep them nice and parallel to the left. If you're in front of a wall, it'll be toward the wall. We don't want to sink down through this side body. We just want to get a nice stretch. One more full breath here. Option to put a pillow under your palms right in front of this right foot here to add a little height to the floor. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Inhale the arms up. Clasp the fingertips, make a fist, shake it out. The legs are still in warrior two. We're just shaking it out, loosening up those arms a little bit. Drop the arms back into the T. We're working those arms today. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, engage those glutes. Tilt forward, and then pour your T. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Relax those shoulders away from your ears. We'll be here for 2 more full breaths. Get that nice stretch in the left side body. Left shoulder stacked onto right. Inhale, back up, warrior two. Cartwheel the arms down. Step it back. Drop the knees. Go through your flow. We'll meet in downward dog. Inhale the left leg up, high crescent lunge. One breath, one movement. We'll meet in warrior two. Hips and heart facing the right side of the mat this time. Straighten that left leg. Go ahead and kick the right hip back toward the right. Lean the torso forward, tap the person to the left of you, and begin to pour your T, keeping those hips forward. You can look down or you can look up. One more full breath. Chest nice and proud. Inhale, warrior two. Inhale the arms up, clasp the fingertips, shake it out. Kind of like a fist pump. Really allow yourself to still stay in that warrior two. Find your T to arms. Straighten that left leg. Tilt forward. Pour your T. 2 full breaths. I hear some snap, crackle, pops. You may too. Inhale it up, warrior two. Cartwheel the arms. Step back to your plank, and we'll hold it for 10, 9, 8. Still breathing. Separate your feet if you need to, support your hips, and slowly lower the body down in one straight line. Make a pillow with one palm on top of the other. Drop the forehead onto the palms. Breathe in so deeply that your belly presses into the mat. Continue to breathe. Let the shoulders just do what they do. Let your next 3 exhales come out onto the mat, fog up the mat in front of you. Inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. Adding sound if you need to. Every inhale, imagine your body expands so big that it takes up the rest of the space on the mat. One more breath. Slowly lift the head straight. Extend the arms out in front of you, palms facing one another. Let the forehead come back down onto the mat. From here, bring the feet in toward one another. They're about a little bit more narrow than hips width distance, but the knees don't have to be touching, but they're also not wide. Squeeze the glutes, tuck the tailbone down and forward, which will allow you to engage and press the pelvis into the mat. From here, we're gonna inhale the arms and the chest off the mat, keeping the shoulders plugged into their pockets. Exhale, melt it down. From here, squeezing the glutes still, we're going to inhale, point the toes, lift the knees and the thighs off the mat. Pressing into the pelvis, hold it for 5, 4, get the heels a little higher, 2, release the feet back to the earth. Inhale in through the nose, exhale, fog up the mat. Our next inhale, we're going to pick it up. The chest peels off the earth, the chest peels off the earth, the pelvis stays grounded, and we're going to inhale it up, legs high, chest high. Inhale. Fly away like Superman. Point or flex the toes. Get a little bit higher. Exhale back down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, fog up the mat. Inhale, fly away, Superman. Get a little bit higher if you can. We'll hold it for 2 more full breaths. Inhale, get higher. Press that pelvis and use those back muscles. Use those glutes. Exhale, melt down. We're going to inhale once more up into our Superman. Get nice and high. A little higher. Exhale down. Press the palms right into the mat under the shoulders. Tuck the toes, push yourself up, do tabletop. Wag your tail just a little bit. And walk the palms back toward the knees. Swing the feet toward the left or to the right. And slowly come up to your Navasana, boat pose. Extend the arms out in front of you. As a matter of fact, we're going to extend the arms out in front of us, and we're going to bend at the elbows and prepare for a sit-up of sorts. We're not going to do a sit-up, but this is kind of sit-up form. Bring the fingertips right on the outside of the ears, and just go ahead and give your earlobes a little bit of a massage. Rub the cartilage of the ears, because every single inch of our body deserves TLC. And sometimes we don't pay our ears enough attention, so we're going to do that today. Still staying grounded through that tailbone, proud through the chest, spine, nice and tall. Slowly bring your ear massage to an end. Fingertips grasp right behind the ears. And we're going to engage our core, and we're going to lower down the back in the back of the head for my count of 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep your chest proud. Keep the core engaged. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Hug the left knee into the chest. Extend that right leg out. Wiggle the left knee to the left and to the right. Massaging that left hip socket. Maybe create a circular motion. Being sure to go in both directions with that circular motion. Hug that left knee in with the right arm. Left arm cactuses out. Exhale, left knee toward the right side of the floor. Look over the left shoulder. Slowly begin to straighten that left leg and bring that left big toe up toward your right fingers. Getting a nice yogi toe lock on that big toe if you can. If not, just reach the toes toward the fingers toward the toes. The stretch or the effort in the stretch is sufficient. Remember, quantity or quality over quantity. So it's not about how high you can get the toe or the leg. It's about how deep you can get into the stretch. That may look different heights or different lengths for different people. Slowly bend that left knee, hug it back into the chest, extend the left leg out, right knee into the chest, hug it in. Circular motions going in both directions. Hug that right leg in with the left hand. Exhale, right knee over to the left side. Go ahead and slowly extend that right leg out nice and straight. Get that right big toe up toward the left fingertips. Activating that yogi toe lock if you can. If not, again, the effort is sufficient. Slowly bend that right knee. Hug it back into the chest. Extend it out. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale with a noise. If you have your pillow nearby, I actually didn't grab my pillow, but I have my blocks. This particular use of a prop is going to be better with a pillow. So I'm glad you guys have pillows and not blocks, but I'll show you for demo purposes. Bring the soles of the feet to the earth, press into the heels, lift the hips up, and place your pillow right up under where your tailbone is. Right where your right in that sacrum area. So that flat area right above your butt cheeks and right before you get to the spine. Place your pillow there and go ahead and extend the legs out in front of you. Let the shoulders fall into the earth. I'm coming out. You guys stay in. I'm actually going to grab a pillow just in case you want to know what it looks like with an actual pillow and not a block. As we begin to prepare for our final resting pose, slow the heart rate by slowing the breath. Feel the strength with the gentleness and the support of the earth beneath you, the material of the pillow beneath your body. Recognizing that no matter what you do in this moment, the earth is going to be there to support you. Just like in life, regardless of what decisions you make or what path you may journey along, the divine is traveling with you every single step of the way. Your higher self is with you every single step of the way. Whether you look right, you look left, and see that divine spirit is up to you. But he or she is always there, as sure as the floor and the mat are beneath you. Let the air come in and out. Feel the breeze wash over the skin. Feel the bodies coming together in union, in yoga. The physical body, the spiritual body, the emotional bodies. Feel the nervous system slowly calm. Release the muscles of the face. Let every exhale act as a release of tension, regardless of where that tension rests in your body, where your mind goes, your energy goes. Let your exhale be gentle and powerful enough to remove that tension from wherever is necessary. Be weightless in the body. Let your next few exhales remove any tension in your fingers, from the fingertips to the knuckles, to the joints, to the wrist. Exhale all the tension away. Create space between the eyebrows, release the jaw, separate the lips, lower the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Simply be. Any thoughts that come in, just let them come in. Let your exhale release any thoughts that may come. Slowly bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. Turn over to your right side and hug those bent knees into your heart space, wrapping your arms around your shins, giving yourself a nice tight hug. And just when you think you can't squeeze yourself any tighter, squeeze yourself just a little bit tighter. Release the palms right in front of your chest and push the floor away to pull yourself up or to push yourself up to a nice seated, comfortable position. Keep that pillow handy and sit your tailbone right on top of that pillow. Whatever leg is normally on the bottom on your Sukasana, go ahead and put it on the top so we can get some nice balance through the hips. Fluttering the eyes closed. Drop your palms onto the knees. Settle through the tailbone, lengthen through the spine. Chin is parallel to the earth. Shoot up through the crown of the head, get a little bit more extra length. Shoulders are relaxed. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Bring your awareness to your intention that you set today. Few deep breaths to close off your practice as you acknowledge that quality, not quantity, is supreme. Let the breath be soft and quiet. And take with you off the mat today just how precious quality is, and apply that to every single area in your life that you can. Thanking your bodies for showing up for you today on the mat, because every time you get on the mat, you are a little bit better. And every time you are a little bit better, the world is a little bit better. One collective inhale. Fill up at the top, sip in just a little bit more air. Exhale out of the mouth, blow out the candle. Namaste. Thank you guys. I'll see you on Friday at 10 or next Monday at 6 p.m. Have an awesome week. Have a great night. Quality over quantity. I'll see you guys next time.